Hey guys, TheTechOtaku here and welcome to my review of yet another keyboard. This time is the MKA-5R RGB Falcon by Armaggeddon. Let's get to it. This is my second mechanical keyboard I have ever owned and also my second Armaggeddon keyboard in my collection. Anyway, let's have a look at the keyboard itself. Design-wise, it definitely looks like a typical cheap gaming mechanical keyboard. During my first impression, this keyboard felt really light. The reason why this keyboard is just light is because they opt for plastic backplate instead of metal backplate. But the downside about it is the build quality. I can just flex the keyboard and yeah, definitely a build downgrade over MKA-3 Falcon 2017. Just for the weight. I also noticed the keyboard flex when I tap hard while playing Osu, but it doesn't flex as much when you type normally. Quite a disappointing build, I must say, due to them not using the metal backplate, but I'll sort this out in the modlock coming very soon. However, this keyboard does have some notable upgrades over my other board, and that is the board does have RGB! You can go through the onboard effects that you get on this keyboard on the eye icon on the top right. There's a video about it. Another notable upgrade over my other board, or should I say a nice feature, is that this keyboard does have a detachable cable. People like detachable cables and hey, I do as well, which is great. But Armaggeddon decided to use micro USB port, which is a disappointment for me and everyone else who love to have detachable USB-C cable on future mechanical keyboards. So yeah, definitely a data port. Should have gone for USB-C on the future detachable keyboards. Leading us to another advantage we get on this keyboard if you look on the bottom. Oh, let me unplug that real quick. Now we get 4 rubber feet rather than 2 on the Falcon 2017. The flipper feet are slimmed down, but it is still rubber tipped. Very nice indeed. But I noticed one of the flipper feet was wobbling, or should I say rattling. If you prop the keyboard on the desk, it's not going to be an issue for normal use unless you push it forward. I think. Yeah, just like. This keyboard does not have a lot of perky lighting profiles preloaded, but there are now 5 customizable perky lighting profiles, which you can customize it on board by hitting function and then LR, which blinks the caps lock and the scroll lock, which means you are in the customizable perky lighting profile mode, and you can customize it whatever you want, or you can customize it using the software if you want. Yes, there is a software for this keyboard, which I'm not going to in-depth about it. Once you're done customizing the perky lighting effect, all you have to do is to hit function and then LR, and that saves the profile. Just like that. Leading us to the keycaps, it uses double shot ABS keycaps, but the function labels for changing effect also have pad printing on. Being double shot, the typeface will never fade away, but it will shine over time since they are made out of ABS plastic. Pad printing, however, will not survive the wear and tear over time, so keep that in mind. Armaggeddon has chosen to go a bit too far when it comes to the keyboards. They put the logo on the shift key and they put the ultimate gaming gear text on the spacebar. That really threw me off, hence why I decided to put some custom keycaps on, which is the one that I have laying around from my Falcon, the previous modlock of the Falcon, I think. They also did that with some other gaming MacBooks out there, including the Falcon 2017, like this one. This is my modded Falcon 2017, and it does look much better with the custom keycaps rather than the stock keycaps, or should I say TheTechOtaku keycaps. Another thing that really threw me off as well is the typeface. They use Kevlar Tech keycaps, but Armaggeddon chose to use the edgy gamery typeface on most of the gaming MacBoards, which makes me go. In my opinion, the typeface looks like an old Corsair gaming level of edginess. It uses a standard ANSI layout. It uses a standard bottom row layout, so you can simply feel free to change out your keycaps to whatever you like. Now onto the switches. I typed the script on this board and it uses Ultimo Blue switches. Here is my Falcon's Ultimo Blue switches, which has the white bottom housing. But the RGB Falcon has the black bottom housing. Ultimo switches to me is satisfying, but I have mixed feelings about blue switches. They are satisfying to type, but they're just not for me, mainly because I have gotten noise complaint from my mom or my family members when I play also on blue switches in the past 2 years. So I have to say, if you don't like clicky-clacky keyboards or you are just worried about noise complaint, blue switches are just not for you. Unfortunately, Armaggeddon decided to only put Otemu blue switch option on pretty much any non-optical gaming mat boards they offer, so yeah, that really sucks. Anyway, here is a typing test of this keyboard. Tapping on Otemu blues do feel similar to Cherry MX Blue, but however, the sound of it just gotten more annoying over time. There is a noticeable pinging in this, which obviously would drive you insane, especially keep enthusiasts. I mean, listen to this. Yeah, Otemus are really bad, isn't it? Stabs are noticeably rattly as I try to wobble the steps with my fingers, even tweezes. On to Teardown. You need to undo these 12 screws highlighted here, and that came off easy as pie. This is the case itself. There is no ribbing on there for rigidity, hence why I could flex this keyboard. Not very rigid at all, but still rigid when you put it back together. The PCB is nothing too special, though I don't see LEDs soldered to the back side, but rather facing to the other side where it shines through the switch housing. Looking way closer to the inside of the switch where LEDs go, they use SMD RGB LEDs. Back to the back of the PCB, I think they've done a solid improvement on the soldering job. The solder joints look much better on the RGB Falcon than on a Basai Falcon. Fortunately, putting different switches are possible with this keyboard if you know how to solder keyboards. Spoiler alert, I'm going to put Gateron yellow switches in this keyboard. There's a micro USB port which technically is possible to convert to USB Type-C. I will buy a breakout board someday and try to possibly convert it if I know what I'm doing. Okay, conclusion time. The Armaggeddon MKA-5R RGB Falcon is actually a solid buy who wanted a clacky keyboard and have RGB, which is not my thing at this moment as I prefer using aesthetic color like this. And I like the dark blue, or should I say cyan. There are downsides to keep in mind, and that is the hideous game read font and disappointing build. It's, quote, not that bad per se, but if you try your best to stay away from Otemu options, there are better boards out there, including the Cooler Master CK530, TechWare Phantom Elite Tankless, or some others. Or if you want to spend more money on pre-built keyboards, the highly recommended quality pre-built keyboard champ has got to be the Leopold keyboards, if you are willing to spend more. Otherwise, you can go for Ducky keyboards if you like clean look, RGB, or cool color themes if you're into sort of thing. Anyway, to conclude this video, should you buy MKA-5R RGB Falcon? If you have one of these, what are your experiences? Let me know in the comments below. And that is going to be a wrap up of this quick review of it. Thank you all for watching. Like, share, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you don't miss out new tech videos. As always everyone, stay at home or mask up if you go outside. Stay safe since COVID-19 pandemic isn't going to end anytime soon. Follow the standard operation procedure so you don't infect others too. Anyway, catch you all next time. TheTechOtaku signing out.